Welcome, Coach, to part 4 of how to run single back power. If you haven't been here before, I'm Coach Besoff from spreadoffensefootball.com, and I cover RPOs, run game schemes, pass game schemes, how to attack different fronts and coverages, and pretty much anything you can think of when it comes to the spread offense. So before I get into today's video, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on anything and everything that I release related to the spread offense. Okay, so today I'm going to talk to you about part 4 of running single back power. If you haven't already, check out parts 1 through 3. I think there's a lot of good stuff there that you would like and that you could probably add some stuff to your playbook. Today I'm going to build off of what I talked about in part 3, which is the inverted veer scheme, and I'm going to show you 3 different ways to attack the defense with this blocking scheme. So let's dive in and take a look. Okay, in the first example, I'm going to show you how to get your receivers involved in the run game. I'm a huge fan of using my slot receivers in the run game, whether that's bringing them through fast motion and running sweep to them, or motioning them to the backfield and doing anything that we do in our run game. And the reason why I like this is because we're getting our receivers, our fast guys, the ball, we're getting them to the perimeter, and we're also now adding that read element of the play side defensive end with this inverted veer scheme. So the way that I'm going to show it up is by bringing him in fast motion. And so for us, I talk to my quarterbacks. The rule for my quarterback is that he has to have the football in his hands by the time this receiver gets to the right tackle. And for me, I found that to be most effective because it gives the quarterback enough time to ride and decide at the mesh point to get a really good read and make a good decision. And it's also not being called up too early where he's waiting forever for that receiver to come through. So he's got to have the ball in his hands by the time the right tackle, the receiver gets to the right tackle. And then the rules for the receiver is the same for if he were a running back, is when the ball's snapped, he is going to get parallel to the line of scrimmage. He's going to run down the toes of the quarterback, and he's trying to stretch that thing horizontally if he gets the football. And then how we're blocking this up front with our receivers, we're going to be 2 for 2 here. And we got our outside receiver on the corner, our slot on the overhang, and then our running back is also going to get involved in the play side here. And that's why I like it, because we're adding a blocker on top of this and getting our running back to essentially kind of lead the way for our receiver if he keeps the football. And so we have our running back line up on the outside leg of the tackle. That way he can get right out to the perimeter. And what he's going to do is he's going to try to fill the alley or pick up whoever is trying to fill the alley. So we want him blocking the alley player. Now, if no one comes, if this safety is not a quick trigger and he doesn't get downhill, then our running back's going to keep his eyes inside and pick up the first color that shows. So that's how we block it up front. So you can see that we're equating the numbers in the run game. If our quarterback gets the read to give the ball to Y, we have 2 on 2 here, and then we're going to have our running back be our third blocker versus their third defender, whether it's a safety or it could be the linebacker flowing there. So I really like this because, again, it gets your fast guys out in space. It's what we do already. We do fast motion in the pass game. We also run sweep to them, but now we're making it a read by looking at this play side defensive end. So our quarterback has the option to either give it to Y, who's going to try to stretch the field horizontally. If he doesn't get that read, then our quarterback is going to rip that ball. He gets one shuffle. He's at the mesh point, and then if he gets the read to keep it for himself, he's going to rip that ball and run it tight off his backside guard, pulling for the play side linebacker. So that's the first example there. The other way that I like running this is by adding speed option in the backfield. So we're going to go inverted veer to the left. We're essentially power, but we are having the look of speed option in the backfield. So for the play side, we're going to block 2 for 2. If there's an overhang, our slot receiver is going to take him. If there is no overhang here, he's on the other side of the field, then our slot receiver is going to pick up the most dangerous guy, whether that be the play side linebacker flowing to him or climbing to that near safety. So that's how we're blocking it up front. And since we're in this 2x2 formation, we are going to tag the backside to have some sort of screen. So we're either going to run a quick screen to our outside receiver, or we're going to run a bubble screen to our slot. And so I'll just draw up a bubble screen. So we got the bubble from our slot, and then our outside receiver is going to block 1 for 1 on the outside for him. So again, this is a pre-snap read for the quarterback. If he likes the bubble screen or quick screen to the outside, then he can certainly catch the ball and throw it. If he doesn't like it, then he's going to go post-snap, and he's going to run speed option to the left with his running back, and we're blocking an inverted veer up front. So for our running back, again, we line him up the same way in the first example. We put him on the outside leg of the tackle, and for him to get in pitch relationship, we have him step in the bucket with this play side foot. So he's going to just lose a little ground, step in the bucket, and then he's going to get right into pitch phase with our quarterback. And we don't want him any more than 5 yards. So we believe we can pitch the ball anywhere between 3 to 5 yards, and that's where our running back should be. Our quarterback, he's going to try to attack the edge, and we want him attacking the outside pad of this defensive end. Now remember, the whole goal of this play is to put this play side defensive end in 2 spots at once. He's either going to stay outside and keep contained or fly with the running back, and if that's the case, then our quarterback is going to put his foot in the ground, and he's going to get north with the backside guard pulling. Now, if he sits on the line of scrimmage or he squeezes this thing, he's got inside track to our quarterback. Now, if our quarterback can get to the edge untouched and he's a free runner, then we want him keeping the football for himself, and essentially it's the quarterback's play. If the defensive end gets upfield and he has an inside track to the quarterback and our quarterback can't get to the edge, then we want our quarterback to buzz his feet, break down, and make that pitch to the running back like we are running speed option. And then from there, you can see that we have it blocked up front for our running back. We're 2 for 2 on the outside, and we're making a safety who's anywhere between 10 to 12 yards off the ball, try to come up, fill the alley, and make an open field tackle. And for us at that point, we're saying our athletes are better than your athletes, and you can't make that open field tackle. So we'll take that any down, any day. So that's how I like it in the backfield. Again, same blocking rules up front, so it's what we do all day, every day in practice, and we add speed option to this. And again, I love speed option in the spread offense, and so it's another way to attack the edge and get to the perimeter. Okay, the last way that you can attack the defense with this inverted veer look is going to come out of a 3x1 set tight bunch. I like this because we do a lot of different things out of this. I like to sprint out to the 3 receiver side and throw the ball. I like to run out of this, and so it really opens us up, and it doesn't tip our cap as to what we're doing offensively. Now, the rules are going to stay the same. We're going to keep our back away from the play side defensive end here. So it's just like if we're running regular single back power inverted veer. Our running back is going to be on the outside leg of the tackle, and he's going to cross the face of the quarterback at the mesh point, and he's going to run down his toes and stretch that horizontally. Our quarterback is going to take one shuffle, and he's going to ride and decide based on what that play side defensive end does. He's going to make a decision with what he does there. What I like here is that now we're adding the element of getting our receiver involved by adding a shovel pass. And so we use our number 3 receiver. And so at the snap of the ball, he's going to slow play this thing. So he might take a step outside. And then what he's going to do is he's going to work back to the line of scrimmage, and he's essentially going to follow his backside guard who's pulling for the play side linebacker. So what we want him to really get up into that line of scrimmage, and we want him to follow his backside guard. Now, our read for the quarterback is if this defensive end sits on the line of scrimmage and he squeezes because he gets that down block, then we're going to give the ball to our running back, and he's going to run it just as if we were running inverted veer. Now, the changeup comes when this defensive end, he sees that running back cross the face of the quarterback, and he tries to fly out here and pursue the football, or what he thinks he's pursuing the football. Then he leaves and vacates this huge window for us, and that's where A is going to fill. And so our quarterback, if he gets this look here, he's going to rip the ball out of the belly of the back, and then he's going to make a forward pass, and we're going to shovel past that thing to A, who's coming underneath the line of scrimmage and following his backside guard. So I really like that because you get a lot of great looks. That defensive end is tired of getting his ass kicked with the stretch play and getting beat outside. So he sees that running back cross face. He's trying to make a beat on that thing, and we rip it and we shovel past right underneath with our backside guard pulling for the play side linebacker. There's a lot of stuff happening here, a lot of misdirection, a lot of deception in the backfield, which makes it really difficult to defend. And so that's another way that you can attack the defense with inverted veer and get your athletes in space. Hey coach, thanks again for joining me on part 4 of how to run single back power. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button so you can get more videos just like this. I hope you found this useful and that you're able to add a few different things to your playbook and really find new ways to get your athletes in space, attack the defense, hit the perimeter, and most importantly, play fast, score fast, and learn how to run the spread just a little bit better. Thanks again, and I will see you guys on the next video.